I'm Keith Farrell. Technical Assistance has consulted with hundreds of prospective small business owners in the Philadelphia area for more than a decade. This new series was created to give advice to people who dream about small business ownership. If you've been following this new series, thank you for your attention. If you're new, I would encourage you to take a look at the previous entries when you get a chance. Now that you've decided what your business offering will be, it is important to evaluate the financial side. Remember, the goal of a business is to make money. So let's take a look at some of the ways to determine the profitability of your offering. In an earlier video, we broke the business offerings into three categories: product, service, or knowledge. We'll explore the pricing for each of these types individually. Regardless of the specifics, a product is something that you make to sell. That requires you to have some materials that are obtained and which you then process to create the finished product. Obviously, the price you charge customers has to cover the cost of those materials. But the cost to process the materials is often where business owners have difficulty. One of the simplest ways to add processing costs is to look at what you've been paid in the past or are paid now by employers. Apply that hourly rate of pay to your product to determine your product's price. So, to do the math, if your product requires $100 of materials to create 20 units, the material cost is $5 per unit. If you are paid $15 an hour and each unit takes an hour to create, then your minimum product price should be $20 per unit. Determining the pricing for services is similar to the method for products: raw material costs plus costs for your time and labor. However, services often require tools and equipment, which might not be needed by producers. One way to account for the cost of major purchases is to spread the costs over the months of life of the tool or equipment. This is similar to how the Internal Revenue Service requires you to deduct the cost of capital purchases. Back to the math. A new piece of equipment costs $150 but is expected to last 2 years or 24 months. In addition to the $20 per unit you calculated for the product, an additional $6.25 can be added to the price for a service which uses raw materials. On the other hand, if no materials are used, the minimum price would simply be the $15 for your pay plus the $6.25 for the equipment, or $21.25. This is where things get tricky. If you're giving advice away on the internet, you really are not selling a product or service, so there is no way to charge. Your compensation may come from advertisements or product endorsements. In this case, you'll be paid based on the number of visitors or subscribers. The question then becomes, how many viewers are needed for the payments to sustain your business? If your knowledge is imparted on an individual basis, however, this is a what the market will bear situation. You have to determine what an appropriate hourly cost for the information you provide might be. This may be higher than you are paid by employers, but it should also be in line with what others in similar professions charge on an hourly basis. Did this help you to establish a minimum charge for your business offering? Stay tuned for more short videos with information on a variety of topics on small business ownership. And if you have particular questions or concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you for your attention. Wishing you the best in business.